We are, of course, now counting the Omer, which is a sad period in our calendar. But not always so. There was a time when the Omer was a period of excitement linking two great harvest festivals. Pesach, the barley harvest, after which the people counted down the 49 days with expectation, for Shavuot, the wheat harvest, when they could bring the first fruits of their hard labour into the house of God to thank Him and recommit themselves to Him. But of course, the temple is gone, and so have the harvest celebrations. To make matters worse, within 2 generations, tragedy hit the Jewish people during the Omer period. The disciples Rabbi Akiva, teachers of the future generations, perished in their thousands. And so the Omer period, which has been one of joy, expectation, was transformed into a period of introspection, when we had more than enough time to reflect upon the misfortunes of the Jewish people. Nonetheless, I still look forward to the Omer period with a certain degree of excitement, because it is that time when we begin our annual reading, studying of Pirkei Avot, the ethics of the fathers, that treasury of the spiritual, ethical, moral teachings of the great teachers of Judaism. And I think that this has not only shaped the character of the Jewish people, but through us it has influenced the world. I'd like to take a moment, however, to consider the circumstances in which that treasury was formulated. And it can be summed up in one word: harsh. If you want 2 words, intolerably harsh. Because the Jewish people were in the iron grip of Rome, who would ultimately slaughter hundreds and thousands of Jews because of their attachment to the God of their fathers. And of course, the Romans bled white all their provinces with a burden of taxation that's unimaginable. And this included the little state of Judea, with the result that many people in that little country were reduced to abject poverty. Nonetheless, the rabbis advocated a work ethic. Learn and earn. You must study Torah, but you must also earn your keep, enough to keep body and soul together if needs be. And so they eked out their living as peasants, little tradesmen. You know, it was not for nothing that the rabbis laid down the rule that a fundamental basic meal over which you must say Birchat, over which you must say Hamotzi, and after it Birchat Hamazon, is Patra Melach, bread and salt. No jam, just bread and salt. This was the staple diet of so many of our ancestors living in the land of Israel in those troubled times. They were literally living on the breadline. And yet it was amid these unhappy circumstances our rabbis forged their ideas and laid down their fundamental principles. And I would like to take just one example, an example which is my favourite. Ben Zoma was a contemporary of Rabbi Akiva and a colleague, and shared with him the miseries of his age. And he asked 4 questions. Ezehu Chacham, who is a sage? Who is a Chacham? Now, on the lips of a great Torah scholar, I thought the answer would be obvious. Chacham is a master of Torah law. He takes this for granted. And he says instead, Halameinu kol adam. A Chacham is somebody who is prepared to learn from anyone. Because it's a well-known fault in people of higher education that they can look down upon people who are lesser learning. You know, what have you got to teach me? What do you know? And Bizalma says, no, have humility. Keep an open heart and an open mind, and be prepared to listen and learn from anybody. Ezehu Yibari asks, who is a mighty man, a hero? And he answers, HaKovesh et Yitro, somebody who can control the baser side of his character. Somebody who can get a grip on himself and control his baser instincts for the good of himself and for society as a whole. Ezehu Ashir, he asks, who is a rich man? And he answers, Hasameach Bechelko, somebody who finds happiness in what he has. Then it's another common human failing, that we overlook our pleasures, we spoil our lives by envying what other people possess. And so Ben Zoma says, don't be stupid. Happiness is not vested in possessions. Happiness is vested in you, in your attitude to life. If you look at your eyes through heaven's, if you look at your life through heaven's eyes, you will discover that you have the love of your family, the affection of your friends, little moments of happiness that can confront you every day. And you may realize that you are richer than you thought you were. And finally, asks Ezehu Mechubad, who is worthy of honor? And the answer is Amachabedet Abriot, he who honors other people. You can't demand honor, you have to earn it. And the best way to earn it is to treat your fellow human beings with dignity and respect. So there you have it, 4 basic ingredients for an ideal society. Be ready to listen and learn. Take control of your basic instincts. Find happiness within yourself. And treat each other with dignity and respect. Well, I wouldn't mind living in that kind of society. How about you?